there, Simon from simonwoods.com. New Zealand Pinot Noir. Now the buzz region in New Zealand for Pinot Noir at the moment is Central Otago, which is why I haven't got any wines from Central Otago. But what I do have is I've got one from way up north near Auckland, and I've got 3 from Molebrook, and I've got 2 from Martinborough. So we're working south. And I think they're all 2009 vintage apart from the last one. These wines all feature in a special case put together by the Wine Society, so thank you to the Wine Society for sending them to me. First one, Kumu River Village. No, Kumu River Village sounds like a holiday camp, doesn't it? Come to Kumu River Village and enjoy canoeing. Anyway, Kumu River Village Pinot Noir. I don't think they've got like some more ambitious cuvées of this. They're a winery better known for their Chardonnay. Their Chardonnay is one of the best in, well, certainly the Southern Hemisphere. But they also do a bit of Pinot. So, this is the Pinot. Cherries, raspberries. This smells like it's going to be fresh and crunchy, and it's got a bit of fatness and weight to it, and what I call strawberry mivvy. Do you ever remember strawberry mivvy lollies? If you don't, if you imagine a vanilla ice cream with strawberry ice on the outside, so it's got that strawberry mixed with the vanilla. I like that aroma, but there's what I call a smoky, ever so slightly burnt character that comes through. It feels ever so slightly forced. The Pinot Noir for me should be lush and sexy. This one feels just too, as if it's more, Pinot should have a bit of structure, it should have a bit of acidity to keep it all from going too wobbly and support the lovely fruit. But for me, I noticed a structure here rather than the flavour. But these are all screw caps, so I've only just opened it. I often find that Pinot grows on you, jumps up on you, surprises you. Leave a glass out, and the next day it could be even better. So I might do another video later and see how these have all changed. But in that case, yeah, I'll do that. I'll whiz through these quickly. Okay, next one. So we're in Martinborough now, bottom end of the North Island, and this is the Society's exhibition. I think they have a couple of tiers of own label wine, and exhibition's the top one, made by Craigie range. Now this doesn't jump out of the glass quite as much, but the more you whirl it and sniff it, the more subtle characters comes out. There's like a velvety cherry, and it really is dark black cherry, a bit of that forest floor, the undergrowth character. I like that forest floor fruit, but there's an edge of jamminess, which I'm really not too sure about. Again, I'll come back to that, because it feels, on first viewing, that it's a bit puppy-like, and it wants to go, hey, yap, 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 whereas I want my Pinot Noir to sort of slowly stroke my arm and bring me different flavours of Pringles and things like that. Okay, next one. This is from one of the pioneers, really, of the Martinborough region, and they managed to corner the name by calling themselves Martinborough Vineyard. I was used to think it was Martinborough Vineyards. Maybe they've dropped an S in the process. Anyway, this is their Te Terra 2009. Some of the smoky character that I was getting when I tasted the Kumu River one, but this for me is more barrel related than anything to do with what was going on in the vineyard. There are certain types of coopers whose barrels give this smoky bacon character, and it's like when I taste Sauvignon Blanc. Sometimes Sauvignon Blanc has a really aggressive green pepper character, but then as the wine opens up, the green pepper character stays at this level, the flavour of the wine grows on it. Similarly with mint and eucalyptus in some Australian Cabernets, the mint threshold stays down there, the flavour takes over. It feels like this. It's there, but as the wine opens up, I think it'll get past it, because it smells like quite an attractive wine beyond it. A bit of plum, cherry, more on the strawberry than the cherry I was getting before. Yeah, there's a more relaxed, louche feel about that. And I think that, you can feel that smoky barrel character in there. And I think it's the barrels giving a bit of tannin rather than the fruit there. But feels like it's one that's going to open up and just get more Larry. I think that's a wine that's going to end up telling a few stories that might not be repeatable in front of your grandmother. We're back on the Society's exhibition, and yeah, the last three are Marlborough. So we're in South Island now. I like it, it's juicy, right, this is more on that raspberry, the slight crunchiness to that raspberry fruit, as if, yeah, they're ripe, but they're not overripe, and there's still freshness, bit of cherry too, cherries on the last three. When you taste it, you end up getting this cola-like feel to it, which, again, in small amounts, good, takes over, and you get something that's just that little bit too sweet. Yeah, I find the cola character there just that little bit too assertive. Nice berry fruit, but this almost richness and sweetness. Let's have a see what the alcohol is. 14%. Wouldn't have mind seeing that picked maybe a couple of days earlier, and it's always a balancing act with Pinot Noir. Pick it that little bit early and you miss on some of the flavours, but you might have got the acidity, and it's a trade-off. So I like that, but I'm not jumping up and down, and I'm not doing a Mexican wave over it. The crossings, again, we're in Marlborough here, and as they say, Arbitrary Valley, so a sub-region. In Sauvignon terms, the Arbitrary Valley gives Sauvignons that are that little bit more fine-boned, higher cheekbones, more structure. Let's see what's the same with Pinot Noir. And there's a more briary fragrance here. Again, I get that edge of smoky bacon. I don't know whether these guys are the first, third and fifth wine so far are getting their wines from the same cooper. Wouldn't be surprising if someone's doing a bulk order to New Zealand. Also, I look at the colour, and it's not. Someone's not gone over the top in trying to extract as much as possible. It's quite a delicate, pale colour. Flavour-wise, really nice. And again, 14% alcohol. So you do get a little bit of that build-up of heat, and maybe again I'd have preferred it being picked slightly early, but I do like its juiciness. It's just on the right side of jamminess. It's that when you cook strawberries and you just show any fruit, you know, when you shove it in a pan, just add a little bit of sugar, cook it for about half a minute, and you get just a completely different character from when the fruit is fresh. So yeah, it's that wild strawberry. I do like that. Let's see whether the final one can trump it. So the reason I've left this till the end is it's a year older. So 2008, Wither Hills Pinot Noir. Kirsch. Kirsch tinged with something like coffee and chocolate. I don't know whether that's a barrel speaking or a vineyard speaking or a winemaking process speaking, but that's what I get as I sniff it. Curious wine. I notice the structure, I notice acidity, and I notice alcohol poking through. I don't know whether the wine is then going to spring up past those, which is why I thought I'll have another look at these in a few hours' time. There's a warmth to the fruit, again the alcohol giving this lift, and a bit of volatility, which again lifts those flavours. Is it fine? I don't think it's as fine as the one before, and but hey, decent row of Pinots, and favourite? Ooh. Hard to say so far, because I think that each of these wines has got more to give, but it's whether it gives something good or something bad. See you later, not see you soon. Okay, I'm back with the Pinots. They got a bit of a bashing. I was going to do the video yesterday, but then some friends ended up coming round, and I did some cooking, and quite a lot of these ended up in the Boeuf Bourguignon, and quite a lot of them ended up in our guests. But it was on the proviso that they didn't finish any of the wines. Anyway, first one, I think if I've got the same order as yesterday, Cumia River, which was probably the least favourite of the ones yesterday. Got that nice wild strawberry, ever so slight wild strawberry jam edge, but there was something about the taste that put me off yesterday. Looking a bit better today, but there's still this slightly hard, harsh edge, which the fruit's nicer, but it's improved, but still don't think it's all that great. Next one, it's the Wine Society's exhibition Martinborough Pinot, and made by Craigie range. This has got a richer, fuller flavour. It's like sweet, ever so slightly jammy. Quite a rich wine. I noticed a bit of the alcohol there. The fruit just verging on that side of the jammy. It's good, but I think there are better here. Let's see whether this is one of them. It's Martinborough Vineyard's Te Terra Pinot Noir, again in Martinborough. And this has got more wildness about it. There's a slightly feral, truffly quality to the fruit. It's that juicy, soft, velvety plum, red berries, particularly the strawberries. And that's got a soft, supple allure. Yeah, you can feel the bit of warmth from alcohol, 14%, but it's a quite seductive warm. It's one of those types of wines that maybe a purist would criticise for for that warm appeal, but golly, it's a good drink. Let's see whether the next one are. The next three were in Molebrough. So this is the one made by Villa Maria, 2009 Wine Society's exhibition, Molebrough Pinot. Again, warm, soft, gentle fruit. That's what New Zealand is really good at with Pinot Noir. It's if you're a Burgundy purist, maybe you could criticise them for maybe not having the acidity and structure that you would want in a wine. But again, as I said with the one before, they have got this soft, warm, friendly charm. It's a nice drink now. What I like about it is it's got this gentle, soft, warm, welcoming character. And maybe it's a problem with New Zealand Pinot Noir in general that it is almost too friendly. Sometimes if you're into Burgundies, you want something that's a little bit more cerebral. But whereas these are just like really nice and seductive and yeah, something to have a nice friendly weekend with. Yeah, it's got this lovely juicy soft allure. And sometimes when people make Pinot Noir, they miss out on that sex appeal, but most of these seem to have it, and they're very attractive. So this one here is the Crossings. This was one of my favourites yesterday. Probably the lightest in colour, but one of those that's got perhaps the wildest. Where it hits the spot is it has got that little edge of bit of bite behind it. Yes, there's the warm, soft, plush fruit, but behind it it's got this ever so slightly, stalky is the wrong word, but you can feel there's a bit of chewiness. With some of the others you can very happily drink by themselves. I'm looking forward to having this with some Boeuf Bourguignon. There's some left over. Tasty wine. Let's see whether the last one's tasty. Wither Hills. This was looking good yesterday. Today it almost feels like it's tiring a bit. It is the oldest, but it's still not up for its third birthday. It's going to be 3 in a few months, but there's a slightly cardboardy character coming through now. It's lost that juicy puppy fat, and behind some of the maybe the gawkier bits are poking out. Yeah, that's the one that suffered the most for being kept overnight. It was looking good yesterday. Slightly tailed off. I'm noticing the alcohol more, and it's that youthful charm has gone to be replaced by something that's just that little bit flat. But a nice set of wines, and I think I might have another glass or two of some of them later on. See you soon.